Here is how you replace a video background in Capcut on your phone. So first of all, you want to find the footage. I use pexels.com. They have plenty of stock footage that you can use. I've selected 2 videos, so let's jump to Capcut. Now in Capcut, we want to create a new project, and what I'm going to do is add the background first. So that is this footage of these slow motion waves. Okay, so I'm going to add that in. Now we can see these waves are slow motion, so we want the footage we're overlaying to be the same frame rate or slow motion as well. So I'm going to go ahead and click overlay down at the bottom here, but I'm going to move to the start of the clip first. So overlay, add overlay. Now we want to add this woman, right, with the green screen. Now I'm going to go ahead and click add. Now it's worth noting these results are going to vary depending on how much contrast there is between your subject and the background. Now in this case, the green versus woman is very strong contrast, so we're going to be able to remove it okay. So what I'm going to do, make sure that the woman is selected, scroll across at the bottom, and then we will come to chroma key. Now what we want to do is grab the color picker on the chroma key, and we want to move that to the green color, right? Now we can come to intensity and just move that up and just move it across until the green is removed. Okay, so there we go, looking good. And we can change this in the shadows if we like as well. I like to put the shadows up there just to bring back some of the hair. So if we play through, we can see that is looking pretty good so far. However, there are some more adjustments that need to be made to make this look like a good edit. So first of all, we've got the perspective. We need the background to kind of be higher and lower, and the woman needs to be bigger as if she's in the foreground. Okay, so let's reduce slightly. There we go, that's looking okay. Maybe the background a touch more so the waves are lower. Okay, so let's play through now. Okay, not looking too bad. However, still more to go. We want to make some adjustments. We need to make the woman match the background. The background's more washed out, the colors are different, and the woman has higher contrast, etc. So click on this lady, this woman that we've now cut, and I want to come to adjust. Okay, so click on adjust, and now we can go through these adjustments. So brightness and contrast, I'm going to basically put that up a touch because the background's quite bright. Now contrast, I can reduce slightly because the woman has more contrast than the background. Saturation, this again is up to you, it will vary based on your video, but we don't want to take the saturation out. I'm going to increase that slightly. Exposure, leave that as it is. Sharpen, we don't need to sharpen. Highlights, so we can bring the highlights up or down. So again, I'm going to bring them up slightly. Shadows, now this is going to reduce the darkness of the shadows. So I'm going to do that slightly so she has less contrast. Now temperature, this is where we can change the temperature, so we can really drastically change here. So I'm going to go down slightly to reduce the temperature so it's less yellow. And hue, again, we can do the same. We can make big changes here. So I'm just going to leave that roughly the same actually. Now fade and vignette we don't need, and gain. So go ahead and tick that. Now we can come to the background and do the exact same. So scroll across to adjust. Then we want to come to brightness. I'm just going to reduce that slightly. Contrast and saturation, I'm going to actually put that up to try and match the woman. So this time we're trying to match the background to the woman. Saturation, it's maybe slightly less intense. Exposure, I'm going to leave that the same. Sharpen, we don't need. Highlights and contrast, so let's have a look what we want. So I quite like the highlights quite high, it's a bit more of a drastic effect. We can keep the shadows dark as well. Temperature, now this is going to have a big impact, so I'm going to reduce that down, and I feel like it looks better with less yellowy tones and orangey tones. So same for hue and saturation. Let's drag this one across and we can change that up. So I'm just going to leave that around there, and I'm going to add a vignette as well, which is sort of dark around the outside. There we go, that is the final result, looking very good. That is how you replace the background in Capcut super quickly, super easily.